All right, welcome to this special section of the Masterclass. This Masterclass was organized to reach out to a broader community of youths who are also conscious of purpose and bringing into accomplishment the agenda of God for this age and for this generation. One thing that is common to everyone listening to me is passion, a boisterous and a burning desire for growth, a desire for better life, a desire for better impact, better income, generational upgrade. We all desire to see a better world. We all desire to see a better society. Some of us desire that we align into the dimension of perfect relationship with God. Some of us are conscious of using non-religious settings to promote godly agendas and to facilitate God's will in various sectors that may include finance, corporate organizations, marriages, homes, educations, and so on. So if we look at all the mountains of influence, we must agree that they must be dominated by members of our communities who are indeed God-fearing, not pretenders, but those who have sworn an allegiance with God with their lives to promote nothing but the will of God. So this is the essence of all that we do here. This is the message that we preach. This is the hope that we promote and that we represent. That our word and the extension of God's kingdom that has been handed over to us by the previous generation will be handed over to the next generation with a positive upgrade in all its system. It will be a shame if our kids meet our education with the same level or an higher level of decadence that we are experiencing. So we can't continue to watch ourselves becoming victims. The secret of a better system is better individual. Personal leadership is the foundation of all levels of leadership. It is better individuals that cluster together to give rise to better society and a better world at large. So we must keep leveraging on God's plan for each of us. We must keep finding our unique space and our unique niche and equally use them to promote God's purpose. God did not create you and I to observe. God did not create you to complain. He has not formed you to be lamenting on problems, but He created you and I to fix. So we knew that darkness will cover the earth. We knew that gross darkness will cover the people. But the plan of God is to arise over you. His plan is to arise through you so that His glory can be seen upon you. No doubt that the reality is that God is the only one that can fix our nations, that can fix our systems, that can fix our planet. Our problems are the darkness that we are experiencing. It is only God that can shine the light, but His divine strategic response is to arise through someone, which you and I are the vessels. You and I are the tools through which God wants to arise, through which God wants to shine, through which God wants to cause His glory to subdue our problems and our challenges. This is the ultimate purpose of every man's existence, that we may fix our problems that are already in existence. You must also realize that God has not empowered you and I to function in the same capacity, but He has created us uniquely with our strengths and with our weaknesses so that we can fit into the system as solution bearer. The solution that is in you is your purpose. It may be meaningless when the niche of its operation is missed. So the first secret to building capacity for your life is detecting the purpose that capacity will serve. So the first qualification to rightly enter into the school of personal development is the knowledge of your purpose. So until you know your assignment, every tool appears useful for you. It is the awareness of what you want to do that guides you to select the right tool for your intending task. So it is not wisdom when you spend all day sharpening an axe when you want to harvest a rice. So conviction of your purpose will enlighten you to identify the right tool in form of the skills, in form of the knowledge, in form of attitude that is required in order to become fit to fix the problem you need to fix. You must also realize that how hard you work and how often you work are not as important as the work you are doing. If they are, then those that are working in quarries, those that are digging graves, or those that are building drainages should be the people making the greatest impact or income in the world. So what you are doing is definitely more important than how you are doing it. What you should be doing is God's given assignment for your life, your purpose. So after the discovery of your purpose, you can boldly proceed to start identifying things that you need to upgrade in order to be fit for your assignment. So within the context of our theme, Invent Yourself, Declare Yourself, we will be focusing today on personal development. See, the theme is an emphasis on the fact that the best way to predict your future is to consciously and prayerfully create it. You will have to build, invent the version of you that you desire to see tomorrow by the little decisions and little actions, little effort that you are making today. So let's look at the objectives of this teaching. This teaching tonight will open your eyes to see few things that are essential for your growth as an individual. We are going to explore the concept of personal development. We are going to explore why personal development is essential, the strategy for personal development, what then is the meaning of personal development plan, what I call PDP. We will look at 3 key components of personal development plans, and we practically look at how you can design your personal development plan. And let me emphasize again at this point that it's not going to be a usual motivational section. So after we have pointed your attention to things you need to know theoretically, we are going to engage you in some class works, and I will encourage you that you do every of those activities and you submit to the group so that you won't just be here, but there will be a visible impact of the teaching in your life. I have never seen growth as an event. Rather, I see growth as the evident result of consistent commitment to processes. In those days, our biology defines growth as an increase in size, in weight, and in height of an organism due to the formation of a new protoplasm. So growth is often evident because something has been developed and formed within you. So unlike growth, death is not just the cessation of life, but the moment new things stop forming in the life of a man, the man is assumed to have died. So it may be new knowledge, it may be new skill. As long as something new is forming within you, it may be new attitude. So we believe you are growing. The essential characteristics of every living being always include growth, which is synonymous and can be used interchangeably as development. You might have not gotten to where you want to be, but you must be very sure that you are not where you used to be. That is growth. That is development. This is the beauty of growth. It is the beauty of growth. It is what personal development reveals. But you must be at the back of your mind that you can't grow by accident. You can't grow by accident. You grow by design. You grow by conscious and intentional effort. You will have to design yourself. You will have to design your future. Success never just happens. So stop being among those who just think that they will magically become great, they will magically become rich, they will magically become famous or successful. That idea is far from the truth. For you to become successful or for you to become a better version of yourself, you have to invent it. It takes hard work, and not just hard work, it requires a design, a roadmap, and an investment. Personal development, according to Brian Tracy, is a major time saver So the better you become, the less time it takes for you to achieve your goal. You will not be better than someone slugging through the mud if you are trying to achieve great goals without first becoming the best version of yourself. So I define personal development as a conscious act of investing in yourself for the purpose of effective management of life, effective management of career, purpose, regardless of the circumstances. So it is an ongoing process of self-improvement, either in your career, in your education, personal life, or in all these areas. So personal development revolves around setting goals for yourself and putting plans in place in order to reach the goals you have set for yourself. Difficult times will always come your way. Managing life and businesses will always be part of what you do in life. Making decisions are part of your commitment as leaders. In order to effectively get all these things done and in order to achieve your goals, you will have to develop yourself. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the knowledge and the skill gap that needed to be filled. So personal development will increase your internal response system. Instead of waiting for things to happen, you will definitely become someone that makes things happen. Personal development covers activities that improve awareness, that improve identity, that develop talents and potential. Personal development builds human capacity. It enhances the quality of your life and contributes greatly to the realization of your dreams and your aspiration. So let me state here that personal development is a lifelong process. This session today is not just to motivate you on the need to develop yourself, but to also help you assess your skills and your qualities. It will challenge you to consider your aims in life and set goals in order to maximize your potential. So why do you need personal development? Why personal development? Nobody will ever outgrow the need for growth. In fact, only the dead outgrows growth. So as you advance and you make progresses in your life, you are guaranteed to face varieties of circumstances that range from changing of environments to new responsibilities that require you to adapt to them. So it is your personal development plans that will help you to handle the pressure that come with continuous change and challenges, so that you will be well equipped to excel in all areas of your life. Personal development, like I have said earlier, it is an ongoing process of self-improvement, either in your career or in your education or in your personal life. And in all these areas, it is about setting goals for yourself and putting plans in place to reach those goals. So I will share with you at this point 4 basic needs for personal development. Firstly, personal development will force you out of your comfort zone. So you must be aware that success don't come at comfort zone. Comfort zone is the easiest and the most comfortable place to fail. At the comfort zone, there is a great desire to please self, to please people around you. And at your comfort zone, you tend to only attempt comfortable things, things that are without prayer, things that are without eat. Comfort zone is a place where you practice only your masteries and you avoid your adventures. Life outside the comfort zone is a life that dares fear. It's a life that expands by prayer and by eat of new challenges. Meanwhile, appropriate prayers and eat are the needed parameters for the refining and the distilling of your life. So God passed through this in order to come out shiny. Crude oil passed through this prayer and eat in order to get its valuable constituents separated for maximum use. So if you are going to be maximally useful, you must not avoid it and prayer. If you are going to get better, you must be willing to experience the it. You must be willing to absorb prayer necessary for your development. So the it of trying new things, the prayer of timeliness, the prayer of beating deadlines, the obsessions that follows the need for you to achieve your goals, they are part of the life outside comfort zone. So the moment you terminate the processes that take you out of your comfort zone without creating a more demanding one, you are unconsciously initiating a process for failure in life. Leaders don't get complacent. They are always craving for more. Leaders don't get carried away by comfort. They are consistently stepping out of comfort zone in order to get better. That is what exactly personal development plan will do for you. Roy Bennett said, comfort zone is a psychological state in which one feels familiar, safe, at ease, and secured. You never change your life until you step out of your comfort zone. Change begins at the end of the comfort zone. So if there are areas of your life or your jobs that you do not like enough, or you seem not to be very good at, they can be seen as your areas of weaknesses. They can be seen as your area of weaknesses that a personal development plan can help you to improve on. So confronting those areas and improving them can help you to push yourself out of your comfort zone. This will allow you to experience growth and improve your skills. You may not be good enough in some areas of your life, but you are good enough to learn them. Gone are those days when people say leaders are born and leaders are not made. 21st century research have proven it, that over 95% of leadership skills can be acquired with dedication to learning processes. So these skills are acquired outside the comfort zone, and personal development will definitely help you to get this done. Personal development will develop your strength. Strength and growth come only through conscious effort and struggles. Strength is often something that you have a natural predisposition towards. It can be an ability to work with others. It can be an ability to communicate or to negotiate. Whichever strength you carry, personal development is also helpful in enhancing the strength. A personal development plan will not only help you to improve on your weaknesses, but it will also help you to develop your strength. By taking time to focus on nurturing and using your strength more, you can go from being good at something to being excellent at it. You can reach your potential and achieve great growth by developing the skills you are already good at. Thirdly, personal development will boost your confidence. The moment you decide to improve on your skills, you have received some steps closer to feeling more confident. Once you have achieved a certain goal, gain another skill, develop a certain area of your life, you naturally feel good about yourself. So the more you keep on developing in the area of your life you are not confident in, the more you can boost your confidence in that area. And finally, personal development will help you improve your self-awareness. Personal development is a pointer and is closely linked to self-awareness. It gives you the opportunity to take an honest look at the areas of your life that needs more attention and the areas of your life that needs more improvement. So through this process, you can get to know who you really are, what are your true values, and where you would like to be later in life. Once you go through this process, you will improve your self-awareness and experience fulfillment. So we proceed now to the strategies for personal development. It is noteworthy that personal development is more of action than theories. It is the result of obvious and active commitment rather than unapplicable discussions. So this teaching demands that if you are indeed ready for a shift in your capacity, you need to draw a strategy for your growth. Mark Twain said something very important. He said in 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade wind in your sail, explore, trim, and discover. So it is nice that you have great ability and unique strength. Here is a call for you to draw out plans and overcome your weaknesses and outgrow them. What is personal development plan? Personal development plan is a plan designed to achieve your personal and professional goals, considering a priority. It is a plan based on the strategies and the tools to be used in order to achieve the goals of becoming better and increasing your capacity. The plan can be towards improving your strength. It can be towards overcoming your weaknesses. Personal development plan should not be seen as a career growth plan. It should not be seen as being career plan oriented towards progress on the hierarchy or being salary related. It is not geared at getting promotion at work, but just for the purpose of self-improvement. Personal development plan or strategy has 3 key components that I will be discussing here. I call them the design, the execution, and the review. The design are the plans, the drawing of approaches, strategies, and methodologies. It is not good enough when you have goals, when you have visions, when you have purpose or excellent ideas, but when all these things are lacking strategies. So at the point of the design, this is the place where you plan, you draw out approaches and strategies on how to actualize your personal development goals. You move on to the next component, which is the execution. You move on to review also what you have executed. So this review will help you to assess your efforts towards the adjustment and improvement of your strategies and plans. You must review your personal development plan template periodically in order to make most of it. So I'll be going back to the execution now. The execution is the most important component of your PDP. It is the action. Plans are useless without right and timely actions and executions. It is the action that will reveal the beauty and the essence of the planning. It is useless to invest time in planning an enterprise that will not be executed. So that is the major weakness of many folks around us today. They can plan, they can strategize, but they can't execute. So there are about 3 forms of execution when it comes to personal development. You can execute by self-learning. These are actions you do by yourself to work on your learning areas. Some examples: you can research informations, you can read, you can check through the media, and you can explore. Another way to self-learn is observation of your colleagues who have more experience in the area you are trying to maximize. You can also create a personal diary where you write your notes, your discoveries, your challenges, and your achievements. So when you do this constantly, there is a likeliness that you will develop yourself in your area of weaknesses and you will improve on your strengths. You can also execute your personal development plan through mentoring. This will require the time of either your colleague or your mentor. So you make sure that these sections are productive. You plan them, you have clear agenda about them, you involve these mentors into your plans so that you can get a feedback, they can inspect it for you, and you can decide a new action. Mentoring or coaching will help you to take part on tasks that can force you out of comfort zone, tasks that are oriented to your goals. So you can decide with your mentors a small non-critical project you can execute for them, where you will be able to put into practice the skills you are trying to learn or to improve on. So create your own new learning. And lastly, you can execute through formal training. What do I mean by true formal training? If other options were not enough to reach the level of experience you want to acquire in any of your areas of learning, you can consider a more formal training. Ask around about similar trainings people have taken previously in order to improve themselves in the area you are trying to improve on. Get their feedbacks. So from their feedbacks, you will know the right thing to do. So engaging yourself in schools, in trainings are important in developing yourself. So how do you design your personal development plan? The first thing you do is to identify your goals and be clear about your vision. Be very sure about what you want to develop. And to be sure about what you want to develop, you need to start with your goal. And you need to be very clear about your vision. A personal development plan is expected to work as your roadmap to get the capacity required to move you from where you are to where you want to be. So it is your assured right to navigate you from the present to the future. So it is wise that if you want to get to where you want to be, first be clear about where you are going in the coming years. Identify your learning areas. Ask yourself, now, what is it that is stopping me from getting to where I want to be? What are the things I need to learn? What are the things I need to add to my tool bag? What are the things I need to improve on in order to get to where I want to be? So the ideal learning areas would be related with behavior and technical skill needed for advancement. Some example of skills that you need to get in order to move to your future include communication skills, negotiation skills, speaking in front of an audience, ability to coach, assertiveness, getting technical certification, work methodology, specific technologies, IT knowledge. There are things you need to know in order to be relevant in this century and in order to advance to the next stage of your life. Here is a work for you to do. Get a plain page of your jotter and draw a table of 5 rows and as many columns as you desire, just the way you see it on the slide. And have each of the columns with their distinct questions and you answer them underneath. What do I need to learn? That's the first question you ask yourself. And you can answer this effectively by reviewing your previous failures or previous mistakes. Look at the opportunities that have passed over you and identify why those opportunities passed over you. Is it that you were not good enough? There you can discover what you need to learn. If someone has always been preferred above you, ask yourself, what exactly does this person know? Or what exactly does this person have that is lacking in me? So when you identify those things, you will be able to get a precision of those things you need to learn. What step do I need to take in order to get there? Now you have identified things you need to learn. Then ask yourself, what are the steps you need to take in order to learn those things? Think about the actionable steps you need to take in order to acquire the right learning of your desired skill. What resources or support do I need? Note that personal development is the greatest investment anyone can make. So the principle of learning is the prerequisite to earning. You can't earn above your learnings. So income and worth of individual is not often greater than their personal development. So this question will put you in a moment of reviewing those things you will need to invest into yourself, ranging from your money, your time, your data if online, the effort and the sleepless nights you need to invest in, and many more. Everything you need to put together in order to actualize them, you put them in that column. What are my success criteria? How do you intend to determine your success in the skill you have decided to acquire? Is there a level of excellence you want to acquire in the knowledge of the skill? Do you just want to have a preliminary idea of that thing, or are you interested in just getting the certificate? So you must be very sure of your success criteria. And lastly, you ask yourself, which is the tentative date of getting it done? So you have to insert deadlines in the design of your personal development plan and in your goals. Let me take us through an example, and we will use Lawrence as our case study. Lawrence is currently a teaching staff in a private secondary school with a monthly take-home of about 30,000 naira as our example. Let us use Lawrence as our case study, who is currently a teaching staff in a secondary school with a monthly take-home of 30,000 naira. He has a short-term personal goal of getting married in 2 years' time, a love teaching job, and he wishes to get a better appointment into an international school he has applied for over 3 times, meeting disappointment. So your situation is going to be different from that of Lawrence. But let's look at Lawrence's table so that you can use it as a guide in planning your own personal development. Mr. Lawrence has weakness in his communication skills and his class coordination as a teacher. This is the reason why he has always been failing in his interview to get a better teaching job, a better offer at the international school. So the first thing he needs to learn is effective communication and effective class coordination. And he can get this by getting himself enrolled in a public speaking or leadership or a business school. The resources he will need for that include his money and his time. The success criteria is that he just have to land his dream job. So when he lands his dream job, that will give him a better insight that, he has overcome his weaknesses. So what is the tentative date of getting this done? If he's a serious-minded person, he will consider is the present date and focus on the next academic section, which is usually by September. He will want to be in that school before September. Another thing is he needs to learn financial intelligence. Probably his inability to effectively manage the money he has been making is the reason why he thinks it is unrealistic for him to get married in 2 years' time. So what he needs to do is to learn financial intelligence. How can he learn financial intelligence? He can read 2 books monthly on each of the topics above. He can read 2 books monthly. The resources he needs for that include the book and the time to read it. And his success criteria is within the context of his money, is still able to get his wedding done in 2 years' time. The tentative date for deadline is the 2 years. If he had added business to the 30,000 naira he's earning, his financial life may be more stable than this. So he may decide to learn about business innovation. How can he learn this? He can also have mentors or coaches in their regard. So the mentors and the time he will spend with them become the resources he will need to input. The success is going to be to set up a business, and he will have to insert probably January next year into his deadline. So the same thing is what I want you to do when you either download the worksheet that will be sent to the class, or you just get your plain paper and draw a table like this and have plans for yourself. This will be part of the feedback we are going to take at the end of the class. We are going to give you some minutes in order to get this done. So when you are through with it, you send it to the class so that we know that you are actually following the teaching. So after getting your personal development plan ready, you can validate it. And I suggest that you should contact a number of people in your network who are willing and ready to offer you help and support in order to grow. So this is the place where you need to get mentorship and foster communication with them. Communicating with your mentors is key in order to improve your skills and in order to move to the next level of expertise that you desire. During the process of personal development, you tend to gain more about self-awareness, sense of direction. You will improve your focus and effectiveness. Personal development will help you to gain more motivation towards life, will give you greater resilience, and help you to build more fulfilling relationships. And let me state at this point that these are exactly the ideas that are strategically packaged into the processes and the curriculum of Eminent Leadership Institute, a process that will provoke individuals into effective self-reflection that can promote accurate self-awareness, the processes that can push individuals out of their comfort zone in order to discover their hidden potential and grow strength in places of their weaknesses. So every participant in our programs must see a shift in their current level of operation to a bigger version. Okay, in conclusion, the greatest effect that self-development communicates in the life of whoever that treads its path is addition of values. Personal development increases your value and make you an indispensable asset and a tremendous blessing to wherever you find yourself. Personal development will help you to gain and command attention through the solution that you bring to the prevailing problem in the environment. I must say, problem solving is the fastest means of gaining leadership and influence. So personal development will afford you. So personal development will help you to seize the opportunities of problem solving and will help you to utilize them. So bear in mind, the bigger the problem that arises, the bigger the solution required and the value that will be placed on the solution. So if you are able to provide those solutions, then the bigger the value that you would command for yourself. So generally, personal development has its positive impact in the process. If you want to grow yourself, you must value and prioritize the process above the result. You may not always achieve your personal development objectives, just like every other objectives in life, but your life will gain better reward and better experience that can make you mentally richer and better by pursuing your objectives. That will be all for this section. Thank you very much. We hope to see you again tomorrow. But before tomorrow, ensure that you get your classwork done and you submit into